Okay, guys, so welcome to our weekly meeting. This meeting is organized by the weekly fasting group. We fast internationally for 24 hours every week as a group, and we cultivate this habit. So if you watch this video and you are not a member of this group yet, and this idea of fasting once a week appeals to you, you are welcome to send me a WhatsApp message using the number that is below this video. My name is Arik, and I'm the facilitator of this group, and it's lots of fun. Now, today it's going to be the fourth video in a series about Vadim Artamonov, who is a Russian opera singer from Paris. And he talks about his path from fasting lifestyle to pranic living. So let's jump right into that. So now I'm going to share the screen, and we are going to go a little bit back to a few minutes back, just to remind ourselves the main ideas, and then we will continue. So okay, just a moment. Let's share the sound mode. Okay, cool. So if you have any problems hearing or something like that, just let me know. So let's jump into that.
Дальше и раньше все это есть. То есть, поэтому постепенно, изучая, пробуя, отходя, вот так я приходил все больше и больше. То есть провел несколько длительных голоданий и потом.
So he says, I had tried lots of different things. I had experience in extended fasting.
Потом в марте или в апреле я решил начать, в марте решил сделать наконец-то, как советовала Анастасия, да?
And then in March or in April, I decided to follow the advice of Anastasia, which is a famous, like you could say, Pranic teacher in Russia.
Есть через день.
To eat once in 2 days.
Но я сделал есть через день и спать через день.
But in my case, what I did eat every other day, and also sleeping every other day.
Полностью. Когда один день это нормально, но когда вы заряжаетесь на постоянку, то есть обязательно 3-6 часов не спишь, не ешь, потом один раз, потом.
And what it means is that you, on a permanent basis, you don't eat for 36 hours.
И поспишь чуть-чуть.
And then you also don't sleep. You don't sleep for 36 hours. Then you sleep a little bit.
Снова не спать.
And then again you don't sleep.
Когда входит в ритм, сначала у вас едет крыша, вот как у наркомана. Как же?
And initially you feel as if you are on drugs.
Такое возможно.
And you start wondering, is it even possible?
И мучают сомнения.
You're in doubt.
Что с этого это невозможно. Это как можешь стоять 4 раза по 15 минут, можешь, если иногда отрубал.
And so I had my doubts if it was even possible. So, and sometimes I would sleep for 15 minutes every 4 hours. Sometimes I would find myself falling asleep
На 3 часа.
for 3 hours.
То есть, ну, отрубишься и все где-нибудь в транспорте особенно.
Especially in public transportation.
Вот, то есть, но один день у меня законный, я себе не ставил лимитов.
But this one night, after 36 hours, I wouldn't limit myself sleep-wise.
Один день, пожалуйста, спи, но я, если не спится, я не спал.
So I would say to myself, okay, that particular night you can sleep, but like once in 2 nights, yeah. That particular night you could sleep, but if I didn't want to sleep, I wouldn't.
То есть у меня усилия одну ночь не было. Одну ночь у меня усилия. То есть 3 получается.
So, which means that second night I didn't make any effort not to sleep. So the first night, it required particular effort on my part not to sleep. But the second night, I wouldn't limit myself.
Это вы сутки, день не спите, потом ночь не спите и день не спите, да?
Yeah, so which means that you don't sleep the whole day, then you don't sleep the whole night, and then another day you don't sleep either.
Правильно? Потом вы чуть-чуть спите,
And then you sleep a little bit,
и потом снова это начинается.
and then you begin it again, the cycle.
И так я выдержал 7 недель.
So with this regiment, I lived for 7 weeks.
И с едой также,
And with the food, it was as well, the same thing.
на сухую, то есть чистый, да?
So during my fasting days, it was dry. So it was eating every other day, and the rest is dry fast.
Через день. Так же, не спите и не едите.
So you don't sleep and you don't eat.
Общайтесь. Вот тогда
But on the other hand, you communicate. You communicate a lot.
я начал всем помогать, вот группа «Резонанс».
And at that point, I started helping everyone. I established my group called Resonance.
Наде я помог провести голод и восстановление.
So there was one woman whom I helped to fast and to recover after fasting.
И многим другим.
And also many other people.
Вообще за всю мою историю, наверное, через мои руки уже прошло 1000 людей, которым я помог.
I've probably had 1,000 people whom I helped in different fasting matters.
Ну, сейчас, может, больше информации, да. Вот. Ну, а там Анастасия на меня имела громадное влияние. Это вообще, я бы сказал, моя муза. Она меня
And this woman, Anastasia Zilevich, had great influence upon me. She was like my muse.
вдохновляет.
She really inspired me.
Я не всегда с ней согласен. Почему? Это
I don't always agree with her.
нормально. У меня
It's
свой
normal.
опыт, у меня свой путь.
Because I have my own experience, my own path.
Но каждый раз, когда я встречаю, у меня такое ощущение, что я делаю шаг вперед.
But every time I meet her, I have an impression that I make one step forward.
Шаг вперед, я размышляю. Мне кажется, что все-таки она женщина, а я мужчина, и это немножко разное.
I think that the fact that she's a woman and I'm a man makes it a little bit different.
То есть это разная энергетическая структура.
Because we have different energetic structures.
Но для меня она выдающийся автоном, то есть выдающий.
But for me, she's a prominent. In Russia, they call it autonomous person. What in the West is called Pranic people.
Лидер движения.
So she's a leader. She's the leader of the movement.
И я всегда рад, когда она на форуме, когда я встречаю.
And I'm always happy to communicate with her.
И я даже, наверное, ее смущал поначалу, насколько я вообще на нее вовсю глядел, как смотрят дети. С другой стороны.
Yeah. So and initially I would look at her as a little kid is looking at something unusual.
Когда не получалось, у меня были плохие дни настроения, когда я.
And at that period of time, I had kind of bad days, negative moods, stuff like that.
Значит, возмущался, потому что это все не так сразу получается.
Yeah, because you cannot succeed right from the beginning, right from the start.
Так вот, на 7-ю неделю такого опыта.
So let's get back to my 7 weeks experience of this alternate fasting and eating and sleeping.
У меня вдруг сильно заболели ноги.
So after 7 weeks like that, I had a strong pain in my legs.
В день, когда я ем.
On the days when I would eat.
А в день, когда я не ем, ничего.
But on the days when I wouldn't eat, no pain.
Когда, ну да, то есть это было интересно так, и вот тут вы паникуете.
And then I found myself kind of panicking.
Почему вы паникуете?
And why?
Потому что вас как бы обязывают.
Because I felt kind of obliged.
Ты не должен ни есть, ни спать.
Kind of obliged. You shouldn't eat, you shouldn't sleep.
Если спите, еще круче болят.
Because every time I slept, I would find myself with even worse pain.
И тогда я начал свои такие опыты. Думаю, как же это возможно?
And then I started experimenting. I would ask myself, how is it even possible?
И я посетил 5 врачей,
So in the process, I visited 5 doctors,
получил 5 разных диагнозов. На
and then I received 5 different diagnoses.
любой из них я говорю, что же мне потом делать? Мне разводили вот так руками.
And then I would ask each one of those doctors, I would ask them, what should I do next? They just said, we don't know.
Я говорю, как же я буду работать?
And then I asked them, how will I work from now on?
Это вы час, недавно. Мне говорили, ну, обезболивающее мы вам дадим.
And then they would tell me, we'll give you painkillers.
Опять на всю жизнь.
So, of course, for lifetime of painkillers.
Знаете, когда врач не знает, что сказать, знаете, что он говорит?
And you know, when doctors don't know what to say, do you know what they say?
Он говорит, это генетическое.
They say it's genetics. It's just genetics.
То, что уже вообще проверить невозможно.
And of course, you cannot verify it.
Вот, генетическое, но почему же у моих родителей этого нет? У моих
And if it is genetic, then why my parents don't have it?
прародителей этого нет.
And my ancestors don't have it?
То есть все это, значит, врачебные сказки.
So all those things are the fairy tales told by doctors.
Да? То есть насколько, то есть у меня вот врачи мои, да, это, знаете, когда вам срочно нужна справка, вот, по-моему, вот для этого они служат. А так...
So in my opinion, doctors are very useful when you need particular paper, particular document for something. But that's it pretty much.
Но они ко мне хорошо все относятся. И в случае чего говорят, а вот твои это, голодовки.
Yeah, but those doctors gave me good attitude. And they asked me, okay, and what about your fasting?
Чего? Давай. Вот.
Just do it, just try it.
То есть все, что они говорят. Что
And that's what they said.
они могут? Они ничего не могут.
Because they cannot do anything, basically.
И ничего не знают.
And they don't know anything either.
Отрезать могут что-то.
They can cut. They can cut you.
Я проконсультировался. Ладно, 5 диагнозов, да?
So I got those 5 diagnoses.
То есть фотографии все сделал, 5
So all the X-rays,
диагнозов.
5 diagnoses.
Проанализировал варианты. Что мне? Мне могут дать
And then I started analyzing different options that I had.
стероиды, дать
So they could have given me steroids.
какую-то обезболивающую химию.
They could have given me some kind of chemical, a painkiller.
Мне дали один раз, я чуть душу Богу не отдал.
And I took it one time and I almost died after that.
Напрямую.
Just literally.
С опиумом дали какие-то
It was kind of a pill containing opium.
таблетки. Я чуть напрямую Нет, это неприятное ощущение.
So I almost died. It was a nasty situation.
С тех пор я зарекся, поверил кому-то. Да?
And since then, I told myself, don't believe anyone.
То есть, значит, что мне могли? Могли прокалывать суставы.
So they could have prickled those joints.
Колоть, да? Уколы.
Or doing different shots.
Или могли заменить суставы.
Or they could replace them. They were able to replace those joints.
4 варианта.
So those 4 options.
Что я сделал?
So what did I do?
Я их всех послал подальше.
I stopped listening to them completely
И стал дальше практиковать.
and started practicing further.
И когда я понял, что произошло, а я вам расскажу, что произошло у нас
And then I realized what had happened, and I'll tell you what had happened.
на самом деле. Потому что мне кажется, что мой диагноз вернее
Because I think that my diagnosis is more precise.
любого из этих 5. Так вот, она сказала так. Ну вот код бессмертия включился.
And then Anastasia told me, the code of immortality has been turned on.
То есть она меня в свое время предупреждала, что такое может быть.
Because previously she had warned me that something like that might happen.
Она говорила, что тебя может ломать от простого огурца.
She had told me you might experience lots of trouble just by eating a cucumber.
Вот посмотришь, говорила.
And she told me, you will see.
Ну, я в одно ухо влетала, в другое вылетала.
But I kind of didn't take it too seriously.
Значит, я проанализировал, что произошло. Значит,
So I started analyzing what had happened.
мне сказали, там я был у остеопата еще и так далее. Я говорю, спортом могу заниматься?
So I asked one of the doctors, osteopath, can I do sports?
Бегать могу?
Can I run?
А я ходить не мог, да?
But at that point, I couldn't even walk.
То есть я иду, у меня как ноги гвоздями пробиты. Значит,
I would walk and I would feel as if nails were in my legs.
как вот Христа на кресте вот так.
Something like Jesus would feel on the cross.
И я говорю, бегать могу?
So I asked her or him, can I run?
Она на меня руками как замашет, ни в коем случае, говорит.
And this osteopathic doctor told me, no, you cannot.
Тогда у вас не пройдет вообще никогда,
Then you will not get rid of it, never,
если вы будете бегать.
if you go running.
И когда я понял, что я врачам не верю,
And then when I realized that I shouldn't believe doctors,
то почему я в этом должен верить, да?
then I asked myself, why should I believe in that?
То есть я отказался снова полностью от еды,
So I stopped eating completely.
и я начал есть где-то, мне просто интересовало, сначала раз в неделю.
And initially, at that point, I started eating once a week.
Неделю ешь, потом пробуешь.
So,
Неделю не ешь, потом пробуешь, да?
so which means you don't eat for the whole week, and then you taste something.
Неделю не ешь, пробуешь, болит.
Yeah. So you don't eat the whole week, and then you taste something, and those pains are back.
Потом вдруг я стал через 2 недели есть.
And then I started eating once in 2 weeks.
1 раз в 2 недели. Это уже
Once in 2 weeks.
не называю голоданием.
And so this mode, I do not call it fasting.
Какая разница между голоданием? Это большая разница между голоданием и пранизмом, праноедением.
So there is a big difference between fasting and pranic living.
То есть это большая разница.
There is a big difference.
Голодание – это очистительный лечебный процесс.
So fasting is a cleansing and healing process.
Праноедение вы переходите, когда на прану, вы не теряете ни грамма весу.
But on a pranic living, when you start being fed by prana, you do not lose any weight anymore.
Проблема, потому что я хотел бы еще потерять, я и так вроде вешу.
Because in my case, I would love to shed more weight.
Нормально, то есть
Because my weight is quite massive.
не толстый, но мне хотелось бы еще сбросить.
I'm not fat, but I would love to shed some more weight.
У меня не получается.
but I do not manage to do that.
То есть, а они не сбрасываются, они набираются.
But on the other hand, I might even gain more weight.
Вот что делать? Вы не едите, а они набираются.
You don't eat and you gain weight.
Либо набираются, либо не падают.
So it's either you gain it or you don't lose it.
При условии, что вы не спите.
On the condition that you don't sleep.
Вес падает только когда вы спите.
So you only lose weight when you sleep.
То есть, если вы не спите, вес абсолютно не падает.
If you don't sleep, you do not lose weight.
То есть, во всяком случае, у меня. Я
At least in my case.
не делал клинических исследований.
I haven't researched it clinically.
Я хотел бы сделать клинические исследования.
I would love to research this subject clinically.
Я готов принять участие в клинических исследованиях.
And I am ready to take part in a clinical trial.
Но на правильных условиях.
But on the right conditions.
Чтобы это была клиника на природе.
For the clinic to be in nature.
Чтобы это была клиника, чтобы те, кто наблюдает, не были как у Джасмухин.
So that the people who observe you wouldn't be like in the case of Jasmuhin.
Такие, знаете, охранница, толстая охранница.
Like a fat prison guard.
Со скобурой, значит.
With a pistol.
Вот такая ходит, это от одного вида там жить не захочется, да?
And you only look at her, you don't want to live anymore.
Чтобы это было как-то более дискретно и чтобы.
So that it's more to do it in a more discreet way.
Пожалуйста, может со мной, ну какого-нибудь спортивного человека, чтобы бегали, разговаривали и так далее.
And I don't mind another sports-oriented person living with me in this facility. We would run together. They would observe me.
Вот. И в хорошем месте. Я готов.
And in a good place. I'm ready.
Если такая группа, которая медиков, которая хочет действительно узнать правду, а не.
So if there is such a group of medical practitioners who want to know the truth.
Защитить свою промышленность какую-то.
And not to protect their industry of any kind.
Фармацевтическую или.
Like pharmaceutical industry.
Какую-то другую. Я каждый день записываю свой вес тела.
So in my case, I take notes every day of my body weight.
Я каждый день проверяю свои результаты, сколько я отжимаюсь, сколько я бегаю и как.
And I also track my results, how long I run, and how many push-ups I'm doing.
Бегаю. Бывают моменты, когда я еще бывают моменты слабости.
I do have my moments of weakness.
Они проходят.
But they like physical weakness, but they pass.
Бывают моменты, когда разницы никакой нет.
And there are moments when I feel no difference at all.
Бывают моменты слабости, когда, предположим, у тебя нет возможности быть на чистом воздухе.
Yeah, and those weakness moments happen when you don't have the opportunity of, for example, breathing fresh air.
И нет возможности хорошенько пробежаться или там.
Or you don't have an opportunity to run well.
Сделать растяжку, стретчингом там.
Or to stretch.
Позаниматься и так далее. Когда ты удален от природы.
When you are far away from nature.
Потому что у человека нет много источников энергии.
A human being has lots of sources of energy feeding.
То есть, если Настя пропагандирует упорно другого, то есть.
For example, Anastasia, she propagates being in touch with another person.
То есть общение.
Communication.
С чем я согласен, да?
And I agree with that.
То еще есть и природа, есть и божественная энергия, это божественный импульс.
But in addition to that, there is nature, there is the divine impulse.
Это совсем другие источники.
Those are different sources.
Есть Люди часто интеллектом питаются своим.
There are people who feed on their intellect.
Люди часто питаются, Настя тоже об этом говорит, сексуальностью.
And people often feed on sexuality, and Anastasia also mentions that a lot.
И вот, если меня лишить этих, то я чувствую слабость. И
So, and if I am prevented from contacting those, then I might feel weakness.
мне
If I'm prevented from, if I cannot contact those, if I'm prevented from contacting those.
не то, что мне что-то хочется поспать или нет, мне просто, не по себе.
And it's not that I, during those moments, I kind of sleepy or something like that. It's not that. Want to go to sleep, to pass, but I kind of feel not myself during those moments.
Физически как-то вот как подташнивает, как вот
So it might be like some kind of nausea, like a little bit of nausea, physical nausea.
начинается как на голодание, так немножко.
Similar to fasting.
А когда нормально, то нет.
But on the normal days, no, then nothing.
Да. И я решил, то есть, вот так постепенно, то есть, я понял, что уже может пора переходить постепенно уже полностью как бы.
So and then I realized that gradually I should transition to the whole Pranic lifestyle.
Дело. И обходиться без еды, такой это момент интересный,
To live without food. It's a very interesting moment.
потому что мне бы хотелось бы доказать миру, что есть духовная часть.
Because I would like to prove to the world that there is in us spiritual part.
И она очень важна, и она
And this part, this spiritual nature is very important.
доминирует над материальной частью.
And it dominates the material nature.
Потому что часто говорят, все говорят про материю, что там, что надо укреплять материю и так далее.
Because many people talk about matter, about physical side, we have to strengthen it.
Потому что это позволяет управлять какими-то духовными вещами, как надстройку воспринимать. Запишем.
Yeah, because they say that it allows us to be more in control over the spiritual side.
Сценарий, а символы мы потом придумаем. Знаете, вот такое. Как бы, а у меня было наоборот, как бы.
But from my point of view, it's in reverse.
Что сначала идет идея, как бы, и так далее. То есть,
in the beginning, it starts with an idea.
Сама духовная часть и символ воплощается в материю. То есть, как...
So it comes from the spiritual part, from the spiritual side, kind of a symbol of something, kind of an idea, and it gets materialized in the matter.
Наоборот. Для начала, если человек совсем с нуля.
Okay, so now, if a person starts from scratch, completely from the beginning, to approach those matters.
У человека не совсем отчаянное состояние.
And let's say this person is not in a very bad condition.
Потому что тогда надо действовать оперативно.
Because if this person is in a very bad condition, then he or she needs to be fast. Needs to be quick in how they approach things.
Вот, а что он может, еще молодой человек, он может.
But let's say it's a relatively young person.
Еще побаловаться, да?
And then they can kind of play around with things.
Глупостями. Вот тогда один день полностью убрать еду.
Then I would recommend to eliminate food for one day, for one whole day.
И одну ночь полностью убрать сон.
And to eliminate sleep for one whole night.
То есть это вообще будет, а лучше, чтобы это было один и тот же день.
So it's better to do it on the same day. No food, no sleep.
Полностью убрать, а остальное убирать мясо для начала, если убрать мясо полностью.
So and in terms of diet, initially to eliminate meat from the diet.
И попробуйте зайти на хороший срок голодания.
And try to start fasting, like a substantial period of fast.
Когда он в отпуске.
When you're on vacation.
На сыроедение человек, я по себе сужу и по тем с людьми, которыми я общался, на сыроедение человек может перейти только после голодания.
Because, for example, judging from my experience and from the experience of other people who I know, a person can only transition and stabilize on raw foods
Ну, минимум 7 дней. Это
after minimum 7 days of fasting.
самый минимум.
That's the very minimum.
Лучше 2 недели на голодании очистить тело с предварительными очистительными процедурами.
So and it's better to go for 2 weeks with the cleansing procedures prior to that.
Он перейдет на сыроедение. Если
In order to transition to raw foods.
до этого он не будет воспринимать, не будет усваиваться пищу,
Because otherwise this food won't be absorbed well.
Ему будет казаться все это, скажет, что обезьяна, что ли, банан есть.
And he will also have this thought, I'm not a monkey to eat bananas.
То есть он не будет воспринимать эту пищу. Ему надо.
So he's not going to take this food as a real food.
Очистить организм.
So and he needs to cleanse, to purify his body.
Для начала. Как
for the beginning.
Вот для токсикомана, вот курильщика, ему надо очистить легкие, он никогда не бросит, если он через вот, ну, слезть надо, слезть.
Yeah, for example, a smoker needs to cleanse his lungs first, otherwise he won't be able to stop smoking. So the most important thing is actually to get rid of this dependence on this substance.
Самый лучший способ перейти на сыроедение зависит от целеустремленности. Человек может сразу идти на большой срок.
Yeah, so in terms of transitioning to raw foods, the determination is very important.
Вот сразу. Человек спонтанно может перейти на прану.
And in terms of fasting, a person can go right away for a long period of time, even spontaneously transition to pranic living. It is possible.
Это зависит от человека, от его человеческих качеств.
And it depends upon the person itself, his personal qualities.
От здесь, во всех местах. То есть как,
so his mindset.
Как у него, насколько он работает. То есть особенно вот здесь, да? Как бы здесь тоже важно, да?
Different, no, he didn't even say mindset, he meant because he showed his third eye. So he shows different energetic centers. So in terms of how their energetic centers function, how well.
Вот, чтобы это все как вертикаль была.
So they had this vertical line of energy.
Развито, чтобы все работало, открыто было.
So that the channels are open.
Энергия текла по организму.
So so that energy can flow.
Вот если он готов, убежден, он может сразу идти на большой срок, на любой.
So if the person is ready, and if they are determined, they can go for long fast right away.
На 40 дней, на 49, если у него есть воля.
40 days, 49 days, if they have willpower.
Да.
Если не может,
but on the other hand, if they can't,
то минимум 7 дней.
But minimum 7 days.
Чтобы перейти. Вы можете на сухую.
In order to transition. You can do it dry,
Как хотите,
Понял.
если можете.
if you can.
Если можете. Никакой роли не играет. Главное
It doesn't really matter.
заниматься спортом, двигаться.
So, but the most important thing is to remain in movement, to do sports.
Если не можете заниматься спортом, дышите.
And if you cannot do sports, breathe.
Пранаяма, я не знаю, у меня
Practice pranayama.
специальное упражнение.
In my case, I did special, as a singer, I did special exercises
Я все-таки 3 года в Италии учился
because I studied in Italy for 3 years.
у старых мастеров дыханию, да?
So, and my teachers were the old masters of breathing.
У певцов.
They were singers themselves.
Там свои упражнения. Какие
So we had specific special exercises.
мышцы, как работает? Есть секретные мышцы.
So, and we would operate different kinds of muscles, and there are secret muscles.
Есть секретные техники,
There are secret techniques.
в которых мы говорим просто про мою биографию так,
So here I'm mentioning my biography just briefly.
по верхам скачем. Но на самом деле я очень рад, что я шел так медленно.
But to tell you the truth, I am very happy that my progress was slow.
Почему? Потому что бывает молодые люди, знаете, начинают быстро.
Because sometimes we have those young, eager people. They start very fast
Молод, здоров, начинает и тут же остывает.
because they're kind of hot about this subject, but then they lose their interest pretty fast.
Тут же откатывается.
Then they have all those falling off the wagon.
Когда ты идешь медленно, но верно
But if you go step by step, slowly but steadily,
вступаешь и проверяешь почву, ага,
you kind of step, then you check the ground.
9, 11, 24,
9 days, 11 days, 24 days,
28, так,
28 days,
30, 33.
30, 33 days,
Так идешь шагами, смотришь,
etc. Just go step by step.
сыроедение, вот так,
You try raw foods.
пробуешь, чувствуешь тело.
You get in touch with your body, feel your body.
Лучше, чем быстро и сорвался.
It's much better than just start running, hurrying up, and then losing the interest.
Ты уже знаешь, появляется опыт, уже знаешь,
Because this way you gain experience.
на что реагировать.
You know how to react, like what to react to,
Что происходит и как происходит.
what is happening, how it's happening.
Это дает такой опыт, когда ты можешь сразу человеку помочь в таких ситуациях, ответить на его вопрос.
And then you gain this experience by which you can also help others and answer their questions.
Ты уже знаешь, что, значит, как, почему кружится голова, почему
For example, you know why your head starts spinning,
человек может потерять сознание,
why a person can faint.
хорошо ли это или плохо, это
You know if it's good, if it's bad. Actually, it's good.
хорошо. Вот. Главное не упасть и так
But the most important thing is not to fall down.
далее. И какие упражнения делать. А
Which exercises to do.
что делать, если у вас болят ноги или
What to do if you have pains in your legs,
руки, если
arms,
вы не можете бегать.
and if you cannot run.
Там очень много тонкостей, много. Вот. А лучше,
There are lots of subtleties here.
то есть, чтобы переходить на такую вещь, как прану, надо быть к этому лучше очищенным, готовым.
Because in order to transition to pranic living, you have to be ready for that, and you have to be clean enough for that.
Потому что если вы перейдете со своими проблемами,
Because if you transition and take with you all your problems,
то проблемы при вас и останутся. То есть
then those problems will remain with you.
это разные вещи, это как выключатели. Вот это я понял на сегодняшний день. Вы переключили, вы перешли на другой режим.
Because it's like turning on the switch.
Знаете, Был на газе, на бензине, а стал на электричестве. Вот так.
Yeah, it's like you used to run on the gas, and then you switched to the electricity. Okay, guys. So here, this particular video ends here. Probably it's just a part of the whole interview, but this video ends here. So I'm switching back, and then we might discuss it a little bit. Yeah. Oh, meanwhile, we had a few more people joining. Okay, guys. So please share some ideas. First of all, how was it? Did you like it? Was it useful? Inspiring?
I like him being cautious. So can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. We can
yeah.
hear you.
So he's being super cautious so that he does not mislead people.
Yeah.
You know, I went through the 21-day Jasmine style one, and I did feel around the day 5 the turning point of the dry. It was mental, totally mental. I woke up and like, hey, I don't need to eat.
Wow.
It was a very interesting feeling. So, but as soon environment, as Yogananda says, environment dictates outcome.
Right.
As soon as I was back into my old routines, it sucked me right back into it. And I hope maybe Vadim will talk about how to maintain that.
Yeah, because I will try to search in his other videos, because he maintains his regular lifestyle. He's an opera singer and he's a family man. So yeah.
Amazing.
So I think that the whole art for us to learn is how to maintain those basics of this lifestyle throughout our daily lives. Like for me, still, I think that if I lived by myself in a more secluded place, I would be able to fast more and to go into greater depths. But for me, it's even more challenging even to go less quickly, but to maintain my regular life routine. Because because I totally believe in that. I less believe in secluding myself and living, because of course it's going to be easier. But I believe in using our daily life as a practice, as a spiritual practice, as a fasting practice. So
the turn has to be in ourselves, within ourselves. That, okay, I'm a different person now, but with the same environment somehow. I don't know how.
Exactly. And we can also influence our environment. So I think meditation here is really important. I can really see the connection. Like when I meditate more, when I'm more quiet inside, then the environment becomes more peaceful. Other people around, they become more peaceful. So there is this influence. Yeah, and then Shireen says, in the midst of chaos, find peace. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's probably my ultimate challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. How long time ago did you do this process? 21-day process.
I'm sorry, are you asking me?
Yeah. How long ago did you do this process?
Oh, it was on my birthday in 2017. I decided to do it at a 21-day process, and the family whose daughter I was looking after, they went to England, so it was a perfect opportunity. I was house sitting, nobody around. The first 5 days of the dry, I actually looked after the little girl, no problem, absolutely no problem. I was so psyched up into the process through the book and watching the movie Lumière, the Am Anfang war das Licht, the Peter Straubinger's movie, There Was Light, right? That movie really motivated me, especially the first 2 interviewed people, Dieter and the Alpine Yogi, if you remember those 2 people.
Yeah. Actually, some time ago, we had the screening of this movie here on this group, but maybe we should do it again, actually. Because
it's a fabulous movie. It's old. It's now 14 years old, but still, there's just a lot of wisdom from all those people who succeeded and who didn't. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I love about it.
I kept watching the movie and I did the whole thing, but again, as soon as the family came back, the 21 day was over, boom, back into my old routine and back into slowly, oh, just one bite. Oh, I'm a vegetarian. I can eat a bite. That's what Jasmine says.
Yeah.
And no. It was open the gates and
yeah, absolutely. Actually,
and ever since I've been trying. I do water fast and now dry fast mainly.
Yeah. It's interesting because Vadim mentioned that in one of the parts that we translated, that he doesn't believe in just eating a little bit, after you are pranic, like it does not appeal to him, this idea that you can just eat a little bit because you still activate the system.
Yeah, Olga Podorovskaya, another breatharian, calls them the tiny eaters. They're not really breatharians. They are tiny eaters. They condition their bodies to be able to just eat a bite or two a week.
Yeah.
That's what Ray Maor is doing in Israel. He eats 1 or 2 meals a week. And he conducts breatharian workshops. I mean, how funny is that?
Yeah. And did you do this process by yourself, or you had some guidance?
All by myself. Surrounded myself with all these YouTube videos from Gabriel Lescoy, a French prominent breatharian. He is truly a breatharian, although in the first few years, he was saying he had un peu de chocolat, a little bit of chocolate, and a little bit of raw mushroom. So he was a little eater for about a year. And it took him a year to get rid of that one bite here and there. So I am hopeful that it's now I'm treading on the 4th year or 3rd year of really wanting to let go. It's a calling. It's something that I look forward to.
Yeah, that's right.
But I do have my Monday to Thursday eating fruit mainly, but smoothies.
Yeah. So as for now, you don't eat cooked food at all, or you eat just a
no. That's gone, long gone.
Okay.
I mean, I still smell it, and I have to cook it. You saw me cooking for the boy,
right?
That's right. I have to. Right. I just made French toast for the little girl, so I'm into the thing. And one faster friend of mine, Gino, says, to feed the emotions, often smell is enough. There's a smelling yogi in Yogananda's book, if anybody remembers it. A yogi who just smelled the food, and that filled him up. And really? I just bought some grapefruit, some orange, some lemon scents. And I'm finding that it's pretty helpful, just sniffing on it, putting on my wrist. Oh, wow. Nice grapefruit. I just had a bite of grapefruit.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's amazing. So when you deal with cooked food, does it still trigger you? All the tastes?
It does trigger me, and it brings like French toast. I grew up with in Hungarian, we call it bundáskenyér.
Yeah.
It's something that was very easy. It's eggs, butter, and bread, right? It's a very extreme, comforting food. So the smell of the burning butter and egg brings me beautiful memories. But okay, it's not for me to experience it.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. So I'm finding that the smell is pretty good. I'm not going, I have to have a bite. No.
Yeah. Wow, very good. That's a good place to be. Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thanks very much again for translating the rest of that video. I was curious of how he's doing it now.
Yeah. Actually, this video is already quite old, but he has recorded another one, really current one now. So maybe we will take it.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could. Right now, I'm already in touch with few people about webinars, like few live people, like live lectures.
Oh, I know, but we don't get to invite these very crazy Russians that we love so much.
Yeah. That's what I love about them as well. Also, maybe we could bring in the future this Anastasia Zilevich, who he mentioned, because
I was about to ask. Yes.
Yeah, because she's also very special person. Yeah. Okay, let's hear some other guys. Frederick is here. Hi, Frederick. By the way, tomorrow Frederick is conducting another webinar about interview with a guy who. Frederick, maybe you could tell a little bit about the webinar tomorrow.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, Frederick. Frederick from Kenya.
Yes, yes. I came a little late, but I got something from this translation today.
Yeah,
Because I
we
had
can
something.
we cannot see you, Frederick. Is your camera on, or is it on purpose?
I've intentionally switched it off because of my lighting. I mean, I have poor light here. A
Okay,
little where I am now. Yeah,
no
exactly.
problem.
Uh, so I'm just saying that today's translation. I got a point where he was talking about transitioning from normal diet. If you want to go to the fruits, and also just going directly into the fast, he was
Mhm.
like trying to say that it's easier for a person just to go direct into the fast rather than going there, trying to transition to fruits directly. Because I
Mm.
think he talked about something like detoxing fast or cleansing,
Mhm.
and before you can go raw.
Yeah,
So that was to me that's actually a very new thing altogether. That's
yeah,
totally a new thing. Yeah, yeah, I got it. I got that point where was talking about it can be strange to the body. The body will be seeing it as if it has not taken anything. If you just
yeah,
eat, just change directly to raw, and then you want to get the benefit, it may not be very beneficial to you as a person. So you must first of all start with detoxing. Then now you go, and you talked about a minimum of 7 days.
yeah.
I don't know if that yeah. So that's the part I got. I think towards the end of your translations today. But Eric, thank you so much for translation. By the way, I think you should just keep doing it in a way that in a like a periodically. You can just get
Yes.
some time, maybe after our live webinars, maybe two of them, then you have translations because uh, this there's a lot that these people have from Russia, especially Russia
Yeah.
and India. Yeah, Russia and India. So we need
Exactly.
to be digging and digging and digging deeper and deeper because it's like every now and then we are getting new things. Every now and then we are
Absolutely.
learning. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
tomorrow, and before I talk about tomorrow's webinar, the guy is called Torres. I don't know. It's called who Torres. This guy has done a 60-day dry fast and talked about doing 1 year on water alone. I don't know. He could have mixed it with something before it changed to a total dry fast. So I'm trying to contact him. If you can find him, please. I'm going to get the contact. Tomorrow we are going to so that he can give us his journey maybe. Uh, Tomorrow we have this guy from Japan, Allen. Allen has gone has stayed raw, pure raw fruits, nothing else for a full year, and is still continuing with the journey. Has not stopped. So we are going to have him tomorrow. He's going to tell us what inspired him, why did he choose that path, what are the advantages of the things that he saw, has he changed anything in his life, has he gotten, if he had a problem with health, has he gotten well, what did he mix with the type of that lifestyle? Did he mix the water fast, or did he alternate with maybe dry fast? He's going to talk about all those things tomorrow because there are so many things that happened to him that he's going to share. He said that he became so strong, his health became, even his skin, you'll just see. You see the skin is quite clear and very glittering and healthy. Yeah. So we are going to have a very wonderful time tomorrow, and everybody welcome. We have been working. I think Eric, I want to tell you this for the first time. It's like a connection. I can call it a divine connection. Me, I didn't know when I realized sometime later that you were saying that I was the first person who joined your group. Me, I didn't know I was the first person when you were starting about
Yeah,
the group.
yeah,
Uh,
I think you were the first one. Yeah, I think you were the first one
yeah.
to join.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we started with you the first webinar, which I did. I was doing in a very loud place. There was a lot of noise.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
you can remember that time. Yeah.
That's
So it
right.
has been mature. We have matured from stage to stage, and from what I'm seeing, Eric, it's like we are making something a library, like a university. Yeah,
Yes,
with wealth of knowledge from different angles. It's not a must we get just dry fast or maybe 1 day fast or it's all of them. Lucratorian
ab- absolutely.
lifestyle, raw, all of it, dry fasting,
Absolutely.
water fasting. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
I like it. I like it too. I know Alan on Facebook. We converse, we chat sometimes. He's a really, really cool guy. I'm looking forward to it. I'll stay up all night and then I'll go to sleep after to hear him.
yes.
Look
Fre-
forward
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Frederick, and what are your plans about the next extended fasting? Because actually you manage the other group of more extended dry fasting or water fasting. So are you going to start another fast in the near future?
Exactly. We have a fast that is starting in April.
Yes.
We left January, February, and March was open. Somebody was to fast on their own style, freestyle, the way they liked. There was a way I was suggesting, but it was not the group fasting. So there's something
Yeah.
that somebody would do individually, where they are at their own timing but this is the time we want to go back to the way we started it, because we started the group with the idea of monthly fasting together as a group. Exactly.
That's
So we're
right.
starting in April, and the first time we did the fast, there are a lot of things that happened. I don't know if you can remember, Eric, talking about a person who had fibroids that left her body. Another one had a parasite that left her body. Another one had emotions issues that started to fast and had even to stop fasting because she was feeling as if all these things were coming back in her memory. They were overwhelming her, and she felt like cry. She not felt. She was crying, weeping, and she was like, no, I can't continue the fast because the hurt that she had passed through were coming back. So like those wounds were open. So we are
Okay.
coming back again as a group, and we're going to have a lot of healing, emotional, physical healing, and all that kind of thing. Exactly.
So how is she now? I just missed what you said. So how is she now? This person?
This person, I need to contact her, but because I didn't get, we were just encouraging her in the group that she should continue the fast. That means that the fast was working. For her, she thought the fast was dangerous when all
Yes.
these things were opening. And then for us, we those who know or experience fasters know that when the dry fast works is the opposite. It opens the wound and
Yeah.
then heals them and then closes it forever now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we
That's
explained
right.
to her, but I've not yet gotten I've not gotten a reply from her. I'm going to follow up. Wait for follow up.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So thank you very much, Frederick. And tomorrow I'll be there just to start the webinar, and then you will host it. Yeah, as we did the last time.
Okay.
Very
Thank you.
good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Does anyone else have any more things to share? Any thoughts? We have Gita, Shireen, Maya, Daniela. Yeah. So please, before we wrap it up, please feel free to share. Hey, Daniela. Like we cannot hear you. You have to unmute yourself. Yeah, please unmute yourself. We cannot hear you. No, still we cannot hear you, Daniela. Please. Now it's fine. Hey, Daniela.
Thank you very much. I'm new in your group, and I want just to tell you that your translation was very good. I'm from Bulgaria, but I know Russian, so you're the best.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Good.
I don't have a question right now, but thank you for today.
Yeah. Cool. So right now you're in Bulgaria?
No, I am from Bulgaria, but I live in Denmark.
You live in Denmark. Okay, that's good.
I think it's very helpful, your group, because now I tell you, I eat 1 time per day normally, but I try to do it 72 hours, and now it's let me see, it's been only 22, so I'm just starting.
Okay. How long have you been doing it for, this kind of 1 meal a day lifestyle?
Actually, this kind of lifestyle, it's been my style because, in Bulgaria, you like to look good and slim.
Yeah, yes.
On coffee and cigarettes.
Yeah.
But when I come to Denmark, everybody say, you have to take care here because people, the different kind of style, they eat more bread and things like that. and I don't eat bread. I love bread. It's not because of that, but yeah. And then I start to do it because of I have a daughter, so I do it in the evening with her to have a dinner. So I just get used to it one time per day, which people always tell me, "Oh, you're crazy," but it's work for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have been doing it for a while now, like in terms of the length of time?
Since I'm in Denmark, I'm trying to do that. Of course, sometimes if I'm out for lunch or something, I do it. It's nothing big.
Okay. So it's flexible.
I know it. That was nice, good for me.
Wow, amazing. When did you move to Denmark? How long time ago?
2008.
Really? Wow, that's a long time.
So, but thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. You have just joined this week, right?
Yeah, I just started Tuman. It's my friend, so he recommended me.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, guys, does anyone else want to say anything before we wrap it up? See? No. Okay, guys, so then I think we will finish it. We'll stop it for tonight, and we will see each other tomorrow for Frederick's webinar with this Japanese guy on raw foods, different secrets about raw foods, stuff like that. We will sure have a lot to learn from him. Thank you very much, everyone. You are amazing, and happy fasting for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye.
Bye.